All right, how's it going, everyone? Nick Atkin here, Doha, Qatar, ahead of 166. I am with the man, Tang Le, ahead of his rematch with Tang Kai. It's going to be big. Tang, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. It is going to be big. You're right.
I can't wait for this fight. I love the first one. I feel like you've got unfinished business. You've claimed the interim belt in the meantime with that incredible win over Ilya Freemanov. It's all going to go down. All the marbles. We're going to unify these belts in Lusail Arena.
Yeah. Less so unify the belts, more so get my belt back that is mine. We have an unfinished fight. So that interim title looks good on the shelf, but it's not the one. I need mine back.
You feel like you're not the real champ right now?
No, absolutely not. No, he's the champ. He won fair and square. We've got an unfinished fight to finish, but I let him hold it for a little bit. It's time to get it back.
I was just talking to him right before you came in, and he says he's going for the knockout this time. Doesn't want to leave it in the hands of the judges. You know a few things about that as well. I think that was your first decision, especially in ONE Championship. I know you have a very high finish rate throughout your career. That one still bug you?
Yeah, very high, like 100%, like perfect. Like it's not going to happen again. That was the only decision I've ever had, amateur or pro. Definitely not going to happen again. And if he comes for the knockout, it's going to be beautiful, which means he's got to step to me, which means he's going to meet these.
Yeah, and you showed that you are also not too shabby on the ground. He says he has a lot of respect for that, and he's obviously wary of it. But how would you prefer to finish this fight?
Finish. That's it. Keep 1-0-0. We want to keep that 100% rate high. We want to keep it where it's at. No decisions. If it's on the ground, it's on the ground. But we both like to throw hands and throw some kicks, so maybe we'll focus on knocking this one out.
Yeah, he seems to be a little sorry for calling you old last time. He said he respects you and how you're in incredible shape for your age, and I agree you are. You're looking good. No bad blood this time. It seems the last time there was a few jabs from him, but he says he respects you. It's just when he's in the circle, that respect has to go out the window, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that gives us all a little power. We've got to respect our opponent to a certain extent, but you know, you've got to know that you've got confidence in your hard work and the time that you've put in. And yeah, that you have to retract the statement. I'm old. I'm almost 40. I'm already beating all these 20-year-olds at the gym. We got to keep it up, you know. The age is just a number, like we always say. But, I mean, 40, 45, we've seen guys do it at an extremely high level at a high age. None of that matters. When the performance starts to go downhill, then we're old. But I feel good.
Yeah, you look better than ever, I think.
Here and here, I feel the best I've ever felt. Everybody says that, especially the old guys. They always say that. And, you know, sometimes it's a little fake. But I don't know how else to tell you besides telling the truth in every interview I've ever done. But I literally feel the best I have ever felt, and that's a problem.
What went wrong last time? I wasn't there. I think it was in Kuala Lumpur, right?
No, it was Singapore. In Singapore.
Right,
it was
yeah.
in, why am I drawing a blank?
I missed both. Yeah, I missed a couple of those events. But what I was saying was, I saw you. Yeah, you seemed a little different in fight week. And what was the problem? Yeah, you seemed withdrawn. Is that a fair statement? But in the build up to the fight, you weren't like 100% the usual Tang Le.
No, I feel like I had a really good fight week. I just thought the decision making in the fight wasn't 100%. Honestly, I'm grateful for that situation. I'm grateful for the way that played out because it's made me a better fighter tenfold. You learn the most from your losses, and that's what I make sure we have to do every time. We try to learn as much from our wins, but you learn from your losses, you fix, and it makes you significantly better if you focus on the right things, and I feel like we've done that. Yeah, all the fight weeks have been great. You get to check out the countries, and Qatar has been phenomenal. Yeah. It's been so much fun. I love this place. Can't wait to come back. But fight week's been great so far, and I think it's only going to translate to a good performance come Friday.
Yeah, Bangkok last time, Doha now. If you win this fight, maybe it's only right if we see you and Gary Tonin in America September. Do you want to do that rematch, or you think he doesn't deserve it?
I mean,
you finished him pretty conclusively.
I couldn't possibly beat him any better. We did his position. If he had to choose a position, it'd be mount back or the position he got in. And then we saw how that went. So, I mean, I don't know. It's got to be something exciting. Money's exciting. Yeah. Different opponents are exciting. Different divisions are exciting. Like, new things are exciting. But, you know, what am I supposed to do? Go out there and strike with him for longer? I mean, I don't know. Knock him out even quicker? Who knows?
But would fighting in America be something that appeals to you?
That 100%. Let's make sure that happens. Guys at home, we got to sell that stadium out. We got to show up, show out. But we've got to get something big in the works because it's got to wake me up in the morning.
Ooh, so what? Yeah, would you take some time off then if you win this fight, win or lose? Are we going to have to wait a while to see you back?
Not by choice. I'd love to have a quick turnaround. I know they have a couple of events scheduled for the States. I'd love to be there. I'd love to compete. We've got to get the right matchups at this point in my career. It's got to be big. It's got to be big. And you hear people say big money. That works too. It's got to be big for this. So one way or the other, we're gonna find something. And I don't want a long layoff. I'm old, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, if you beat Tang Kai as well, you seem to have knocked everyone off in the division. I'm trying to think in the top 5. You know, beaten Martin, beaten Gary, obviously Tang Kai, have beaten Ilya as well. Is this maybe the last hurdle for you in the rankings?
As far as the division goes, I think clearing out the division that way would be great for me personally, just personal goals type stuff. But then we can look outside of the division. We can look at mixed rules. We can look at things that, like I said earlier, that really, really wake you up in the morning and wake up that competitive spirit. You know, I do this because I want to be the best version of myself and I want to challenge myself the most. Going to repeat something I did repeat a goal that I already accomplished is not the most exciting thing, but if it helps me provide for my family even better, then that's a big plus too.
Yeah, I know before you talked about going up to lightweight, maybe challenging Christian Lee, and then mixed rules with Superpon. That still seems fun to me. I think
a mixed rules fight would be great. I've become such a huge fan of Superbond, so hopefully he doesn't want to beat me up still. But we, something like that would be great. It'd be awesome to mix those up. Whether we do a grappling match with strikes, a grappling match, then some type of MMA situation. I mean, we can get creative. We can make it happen. We got to put our mind to it and see what the boss man says and see what makes him excited. We see the Rotola's doing awesome things. Mikey's doing awesome things. Like a couple of those guys want to do MMA. Like, man, we can figure something out.
All right. Well, I guess all we can do is see what happens on Friday when you get back in the ring with Tang Kai. I'm asking for predictions. Can you narrow it down?
I can start to narrow it down. There won't be a decision, I promise you that. We're starting round 6. I don't see it going past round 7. It's going to be early. We're both going to throw. There's going to be a lot of fireworks early. One of us will get knocked out. Hopefully it's him.
Yeah, I know you say round 6. You see this as a continuation of that first fight, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, honestly, if we could have taken some sensu beans, healed back up, run it back, I felt like I would have won the next 99 matchups out of 100. But we'll see. This is number 2 coming up, round 6, and I feel really, really good about it. And I assume he does too, so we'll see how it plays out.
He's holding your belt.
He is holding my belt. Let me get that back.
And yeah, I forgot to mention, I was talking to, I believe, a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Jonathan DeBella, the strawweight kickboxing champ. Says you were over in Canada at his gym.
Yep. Went over there to visit some buddies, Ayman and Faraz Zahabi, and obviously got to stop by his gym, get some training in with those guys. Training was phenomenal. He is the man. He is so skilled. His family's awesome. We had dinner. It was made the weight cut a little harder, but yeah, it was so good. So much fun. Great people. Martial arts family. Like that's how I grew up, and it really like touches a spot that we've got more families like that in this world and doing great things in this company in this sport. So it's awesome.
Any interest in, I know you talk about mixed rules, but like a kickboxing fight or Muay Thai in one?
If we do something like that, I would have to take some time and make some adjustments because my striking is tailor-made for MMA. I wouldn't do as well in kickboxing and Muay Thai if we just flipped the script and did it right away. Honestly, and that's me being true to myself and honest with myself. Like I'm not too proud, and I don't have too big of an ego to say something like that. You know, these dudes are badass. These guys are serious, and they've dedicated their whole lives to be skilled in that specific sport. So I don't take that lightly. Would I do it? Absolutely, but I'm gonna have to take some time to build those skills. And do I think I'm one, if not the best striker in MMA? Absolutely. In the world for just pure striking? No, I need to get there.
I mean, yes, I do think you're incredibly underrated. There's a couple of guys, you and Jared Brooks, both on this card, I think, get some spectacular wins. Where do you see yourself in the pound-for-pound rankings? If you get your belt back in one, where would you say you stand in MMA?
Man, I don't know. I'm not that guy. Y'all know I'm not the dude that's going to scream from the top of the building, look at me, look at me. That's just not the way I operate. Personally, inside, deep in my heart, do I think I'm the best in the world? Absolutely. I think I'm one of the best in the world. But, we've got to go out there and prove it. And if I don't get past Tang Kai, I can't be number one on that list. So we'll see how that goes.
See how it goes. Don't miss this one, guys. Round 6 starts on Friday, 1/166 Qatar, Doha, Lusail Arena. Let's go.